Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Assalamu Alaikum. I'm very confident all of you guys are thriving there in Euphoria, and so am I. And let's start with the chanting. Shreem Brazim. Shreem Brazim. Shreem Brazim. Shreem Brazim. When you are listening to the video, when you're playing this, chant with me, Shreem Brazim. You must chant with me, okay? Then that would raise your vibration. And when we meditate and chant together, it brings a lot more quicker and powerful healing and raising the vibration. So today we are talking about meeting your future or parallel self. Your parallel self is who has meeting your parallel self is who is almost living that reality that you are desiring to live right now. So your future self in a parallel timeline, in a parallel universe, in a parallel dimension, who is in your head. Like today you're sitting and visualizing yourself being a motivational speaker or being a teacher or being a musician. So in the parallel universe, in this dimension, in your mental dimension, in another timeline, you are seeing yourself performing over on a concert or in public, or giving a motivational speaker and speaking in public, or you're teaching students or in college or whatever. So that parallel self, that self, the future self that you are visualizing, whom you are seeing in your vision right now, meet that person and becoming that person in this very moment, right? The process, the meditation practice to sit and meet your parallel self, your parallel timeline, your future self, whom you are visualizing or whom you are desiring to become, right? To become that person this moment, we have discussed about it, that we go through the visualization process. We put ourselves in the shoes of that self which we are desiring about, like me sitting and visualizing giving a speech, right? Doing that every day for some time on a public speech, then I'm doing so, strengthening my subconscious pattern to believe that I have become that, right? Meeting that person in the present moment and embodying that person right now and becoming in my non-physical dimension, right? In my subconscious, which is not unseen, it's unconscious dimension. Consciousness is your senses, right? You can see, feel, touch, listen, speak, all of that. The subconscious is unknown, unseen, right? It's the non-physical dimension, it's your unconscious mind. So that pattern where you create there every day through the visualization, you become that person who you are desiring to become in the future. Embody that, be that person right now. Meet your parallel self, meet your future self, your parallel timeline in a different universe, in a different dimension. Bring it to this dimension, ground that future in the present, jump the timeline, What is this? You can collapse this timeline where you are, and you can jump that timeline to that reality where you are desiring to be. Like now I'm sitting here, but I am visualizing a timeline where I am standing in front of a public and giving a motivational speech, right? That's an example, a hypothetical situation. If that's my vision, right now I am embodying that speaker already who is speaking in front of the public on stage, and jumping the timeline. Now I'm not believing that I'm here. Take for a few moments, I'm out of this space, I'm on the outer space, on a different dimension, where I'm living my parallel self, that parallel timeline, my future timeline in the present moment. Can I do that? And when I do that, completely belief, not just visualizing. Visualize, you start today. You started today, morning you did, afternoon you did, evening before sleep you did. Again tomorrow you did. Tomorrow. So every day that belief becomes stronger. And then in a week's time you will see, you will become that person. You have to completely become that person. So when you become that person, you will see you will not visualize anymore, because you have already become. Let's take a basic another example. Now you have to pay your rent by the end of the month. Let's take an example. So you have to pay your house rent or your office rent by end of the month. Now you know that you got to pay the rent by end of the month. Now what we can do, now you know that you got to keep that money or arrange that money or set that money aside for to paying the rent of the end of the month. Now you think, right, that you got to earn that money, you got to keep that money so that you got to pay it by the end of the month. But now, if you believe that that is already paid, right, it's already paid, then you never think anymore that I've got to earn that money, I got to keep that money, I got to pay that money. It's out of your mind. You don't think. Then that future payment is not hampering you in the present moment. So then you are not thinking about it, you are not preoccupied, you are not worried about that money to be earned to pay the rent of your office or your house or whatever, your car EMI, your house EMI, whatever, right? I'm just giving an example. You want to go for a holiday next month, you want to go to Bali next month, you want to visit Bali, you want to go to Sri Lanka, whatever, you want to go somewhere, and you don't have the money now. So now you're thinking that how will I get the money? I want to go next month. Now you will think, I don't have the money, so I'll postpone it. When I have the money, I will go. So I have to arrange the money, I will save the money for my travel. That's one way. That is what is a normal limited mindset a human being think, right? But now if you can jump that timeline and make that money right now to go to Bali next month, you don't have to postpone, you don't have to work hard to arrange the money, you don't have to think how, where it is going to come from, and you got to save. That's a limited way of doing it, and that's what everybody is doing it. But how about becoming the alchemist? And how about jumping the timeline? And how about letting the money, the ticket, the accommodation, the whole travel arrangement done for you by the universe? If you know right now somebody comes and tell you everything is taken care of, you are going for the holiday next month, how would you feel? Would you sit and think where the money is going to come from? I gotta book this ticket by this day, I gotta book this, I gotta arrange this, I gotta get this budget done, all that stress comes, right? This much money, that much money, this place, this that, this date, this holiday, I have to take this, I have to take off, I have to work this out. So much stress we take, right? Because we limited consciousness. When you expanded your consciousness, you understand you are jumping the timelines. In quantum there is no time, right? It's the momentary timeline. Right now you're believing something that has become your truth. Now right now, if you believe that you are next month going for the trip and everything is taken care of by the universe, even if you don't have a single penny or any arrangement down, you don't know how it is coming from, if you can believe it completely and you jump the timeline, you will meet that future self sitting in Bali and enjoying right very moment. And it might happen before even before time, everything will be arranged and you would not know how did it happen, you know. And I'm not kidding, in every area of my life, I have been witnessing myself jumping the timelines. What I was thinking it will take 1 year or 2 year or time or don't know, whatever, uncertain, right? I am making them right here, right now. Sitting here, I'm making those changes in my life easily, effortlessly. The universe is bringing me those collaborations, resources, environment, ideas, and inspiration to take action where I need to and just let it go and let things happen for me. Everything is just working out in an alignment. The dots are all, you know, connecting. You know, everything is falling into place. So it's so wonderful, right? It's so easy that you make things happen as an alchemist and let the universe take no for an answer. Be stubborn with the universe. You are going to bring me this, and that's all. Forget about it. Why does a person forget about it? When does a person forget about it? When they know that has already happened. Now your things have happened. You would not sit and think about it every day, right? How it will happen, where it will come from, how you will book the ticket, where the money will come from, where will you stay. You won't think all this, right? When everything is just coming to you, the pop-up, this resources had come. Oh, money is coming from here, let me take an action. This money has come. Oh, this place looks pop-up something. This is something I was looking for, such kind of stay in this budget. Oh, this has happened, this has come to me without any effort. Okay, let me book this. You will see everything will happen easily, and you will be in Bali enjoying a holiday without taking any stress. So every day visualization a little bit, morning, afternoon, night, makes your strengthen your belief, right? It is like a meditation, right? But in meditation you don't think. In visualization you think. You would watch a movie in your head. So when you will watch that movie for some time, morning, eve, afternoon, night, what happens then? Eventually your subconscious will come to a state of meditation where you will not think about, you will live in a meditative state where you will not think about where, how, when will happen, how it will happen. It will just happen without thinking. When the moment you believe, you embody the future self in the present moment, you believed it blindly, done. You will not think about it because it is done. You are going on holiday, you start packing, you tell everybody, I'm going on holiday. That's all. Your strong belief. And you'll see it will happen. It has happened. It has happened. It's all. It's easy. Said and done. That's what people say. How can I believe with all the circumstances and situations and burdens I have in my life? Let go of them. Who is asking you to take the burden? It's you who have made those choices. Make the choice to believe that parallel self, that higher self, that royal self, that fulfilled self, be in this very moment, become yourself, that person who you desire to be. Work on that and meditate, visualize that person. Write every day, thank you for my holiday trip to Bali next month. If you write it down, and that's it. It just happens. I got a holiday trip invitation. I didn't know that is it happening, and I got like my visa done, my tickets are planned, and I'm going on a holiday trip now. And it just happened. I never thought about it. I was working on my creative things, my shoot and all. It comes to me that, okay, I'm traveling, I'm going on a holiday. Wow, that's beautiful. Effortlessly, without any question asked, it just happens. And I was shifting my house this year, and I got to know the day that I'm shifting, I got to move the house, and then the next day itself, okay, I just looked for the house the same day in this area, and then I left it. I surrendered it. I thought, okay, universe will take care of. And the next day the pop-up comes, this house is available, this is this area, and I came and I saw this house, and I took the house, and I was like, one day everything is sorted, no stress at all. That's called being an alchemist. You can start with small manifestation by becoming that person, that parallel self. Meet your future self in the present moment and embody that energy. Become that person now, and then you see ऐसे होगा सब कुछ. I'm sending you all love and light. Catch soon with different topic and yeah, have fun. I love you all.